So here we have this VEVOR bath towel warmer. Now, full disclosure, this is a paid review, but the opinions in this video are my own. It came pretty decently packaged. There's foam on the top as well as the bottom, and it's wrapped in a plastic bag. There's a few different sizes you can get, but this is the 25-liter machine. It's about 12 inches tall and about 12 inches wide in each direction. And this size will pretty comfortably fit 4 standard 32 by 60 inch bath towels. That being said though, you do have to do this sort of awkward tri-fold design in order for them to be short enough to fit in there. Or if you don't want to take the time to nicely roll them up, you can fit about 3 towels in here. Anyway, the machine's made of plastic. It has a pretty simple design. It looks nice. And even though these feet look like wood, they are just plastic and they have non-marring pads on the bottom. Of course, same thing with the handle. This is also just plastic. And then the inside is mainly this stainless steel. It goes all the way around, and then the bottom is plastic along with this tube. It also has a nice long cord. It's about 8 foot long. On the bottom of the machine, there's this little panel and you can pull that off. And there's a little compartment in here where you can put a scent packet or maybe something more natural like essential oils, and you can put that in here and that'll give the towels a nice smell. There's this little control panel on the front with 4 buttons, and it's really simple to use. You just got to turn it on, and then using the button on the right side, you can set the length for how long you want to keep the towels warm. And then on top, there's a high button and a low button. And basically, the difference between these is that the high button warms up your towels faster, and then the low button just does it a little bit slower. It's pretty difficult to see in person, and you can't really tell it all on camera, but they do light up red when you click them. The main heating part on this is the stainless steel that wraps all the way around, and it gets really hot. It's only been a minute and it's already up to temperature. It's super hot. I can't touch it for more than a second without burning myself. Also, this plastic piece in the center does warm up, but it's nowhere near as hot as the outside. Anyway, I just stuck all 4 towels in there. I'm going to go ahead and put on the lid, and then I'm going to reset the timer here to 20 minutes. Now we'll just leave this for 20 minutes and I'll come back and let you know how warm they are. All right, and the 20 minutes just ended. The outside is just a little bit warm, perfectly safe to touch. Let's go ahead and open this up and check out these towels. Pull one of these out. Okay, so it's nice and warm on the outside. That's nice and warm as well. Making our way to the inside. That is not quite warmed up yet. Pull out one of these other ones here and see if there's any difference. This is warm, still warm, and then the center is just room temperature. And I heard there were a few problems with the towels smelling like plastic once you pull them out, but I took a sniff and they smell just fine. Anyway, I took a break and let this thing cool off for a bit. The towels are now back to room temperature, and this is room temperature as well. And now I'm going to try it again, but this time for 40 minutes. I put all the towels back in. I'll go ahead and put this lid back on as well. Now I'll turn this on and set it to about 40 minutes. And now it's been just about a half hour. You can see there's 8 minutes left, and I went ahead and felt these and they felt warm. So let's pull one of these out. Nice and warm. And yeah, this one's warm all the way through. So yeah, if you jam 4 towels in here, it's going to take about half an hour to fully warm them up. And then for however long you set the timer after that, it'll just keep them warm. And even after it shuts off, as long as you keep the lid on, these will stay nice and warm for maybe another hour or so. And of course, this isn't just for towels. You can put whatever you want in here and it'll warm them up. Like if you wanted to have a nice warm blanket, you could stick that in here and it'd probably warm up a bit faster as well, since it's not as dense as these towels. Just make sure that whatever you put in here is dry and not wet, because this is not a dryer. And one last thing that I want to point out is that since this top handle here is just made of plastic, it feels pretty weak. You can see how wobbly it is. It just feels pretty cheap, and I could probably snap this off if I wanted to. The rest of the machine though is plenty sturdy. So yeah, overall it's easy to use. It works really well. If you're planning on using this a lot, then I'd recommend getting a slightly larger one so you can fit the towels in a lot easier. But overall it works great. It looks nice, and it's great if you want nice warm towels or blankets after a shower or a spa or anything like that.